Hello guys, Queen here. So I'm filming this a week ahead because there's going to be a lot of editing for this. So I saw that you guys really liked my last one that I did for dramas. I think I did a movie one. I'm not sure. I think I did both. I'll start with horror and thriller. I put them together. I'm doing dramas, so I thought you guys could just do a little binge watch for Halloween. This is somewhat a little bit like Halloween type of style. I thought horror would be a perfect time for this, thriller as well. There is like a couple few from different years. They're not all in the same year. I put them in different years. And I put them in how I thought, like what I liked. And I'm also doing a live action anime list as well. That will also be coming out the same week this comes out. So whenever I release what will happen. So the first one we have is Bloody Monday, which came out in 2008. For some of you guys that aren't familiar with who is in it, then let me give you a little update. Haruma Miura, who is the main character who plays in this, he has passed away. He passed away in July, which is really sad. I do have my tribute up for him. He was a really, 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 really meaningful actor to me, and so yeah. But for those that aren't familiar with Bloody Monday, here I go with the talk. If you guys want to check out these dramas after this, be sure to go and check them out. So it is also based off of the manga called Bloody Monday. It is a mystery and psychological thriller. So just saying, it's a thriller. And it also has a second season as well called Bloody Monday. Second season. Normally, like when it comes to like seasons or anything, it's like one season after another with a certain name, but that one came out in 2010. So here is the plot for you guys. If you guys are interested in this drama, definitely check it out. But so the plot is basically more centered around a high school student named Fujimaru Takagi, who is played by Haruma Miura, and he is seen to be as a hacker who wears a white hat and must clear his father's name by solving the Bloody Monday mystery involving Russian terrorists. Mozu Night Cry of the Mozu, which is season 1, Mozu no Sakebu Yoru. They do have another season for this. It is basically just Mozu season 2, Maborishi no Tsubasa, which came out in 2014. And there is also a movie. I only went up to season 2. I never knew there was a movie. But it's called Mozu the Movie 2015. That's when it came out. And this ran from April 10th to June 12th in 2014. And it is also based around a novel called Mozu no Sakebe Yoru, which is the name of the first season. And it is written by Go Osaka, which is actually crazy how this novel in particular was actually published very long time ago, 1986. I would love to read that novel, to be honest. It sounds like it's good by what I've seen from this drama and dramas after that. But here's the plot for you guys if you guys are currently curious about what it is. It is based around Kurikaki. Probably I'm saying things wrong, sorry. Is a police superintendent. He lost his beloved wife in a bomb incident. Kurikake and Detective Osugi and Miki Yokumaki from the secret police, and discovers the existence of contract killer Mozu, a tragedy caused by a secret mission by public security and scheme which shakes the nation, and Miki also holds the key to solving the bombs. Next we have Voiced 110 Emergency, which is actually a 2019 drama but is a remake of 2017 Korean drama Voice. There is 3 seasons of that, and let me just say, it's great. Season 2 is either up or going to be up on Netflix. So if you guys want to actually watch the Korean version, it is up on Netflix for you guys to go check it out. It's worth it. But this is a thriller I like put down like if it was a horror, if it was a thriller, so I know which one's which. But this came out in July 13 to September 21 of this last year. I was gonna say this year, but I'm like, it's 2020. I keep on thinking it's a different year. I wish. But here's the plot for you guys. If you guys are currently interested in the plot. Shogo Higuchi is a detective whose wife was murdered by a serial killer. Hikari Tachibana is a voice profiler whose father was murdered. She has a special hearing ability which allows her to hear sounds and can hear the victims even if it's like at such a low tone. She can still hear them, which is crazy. I like hope that people do like have that type of ability because that would be awesome. I feel like it would help out a lot. But victims in criminal cases, they call to 110. I guess that's what the number is over there. I don't know the exact number because ours is way more different than other countries. So, but it's connected to the emergency control room and to save people. And tries to save people as quickly as possible because she can hear things that other people cannot hear. Okay, so the fourth one we have is one of my favorites, Death Note. Not the movie, not the anime, the live action anime TV series. It came out in 2015. I love this one. It's so good. I think the drama was pretty well done. It was actually stayed on how it's supposed to be. Because like sometimes there are movies where they'll have part of it, but they'll go off. Or they just won't focus on the same thing, like, that type of stuff. But like I said, it's based on the manga. There's also other live action movies for this. There's another series as well that goes into a movie as well. But this one is just the series, and it's just the series instead of the movie. The movie is the same as the series. So, just saying, it's the same as the manga too. So, for this one, it is based around Light Yagami, who is played by Masataka Kubota. I love him. He's one of my favorite actors. I love him. I was watching a drama yesterday called Limit, and I found out he was also in it. I could not tell because with his hair and just how he looked. I was like, wait, what? I'm like, it's the same dude? I could not tell. But is an average college student with an average part-time job, average interest, and average home life. But it quickly changes once he finds a mysterious black note that pops up right in front of him and has the power to basically kill people. It's like, because it's like life and death. You write it down and bam, it gives people heart attacks. I think you can actually write anything for like a certain way, but basically it gives people heart attacks for each attack. Like, I know there's different ways that you can write it down, like, oh, this person dies by this or this person dies by that, but mainly the main causes for a lot of them are heart attacks. And next we have, oh my god, I'm going into the horror now. Oh my god. I'm not a big fan of horror, but I looked into these for you guys. Like, I'm not a horror fan, but I did it for you. So this one is called One Missed Call. It is the TV series. I did not know that there was a TV series, to be honest. I only ever watched the movies. And yes, there are 3 other movies to this, but if you go from movie 1 to movie 2, it goes then to the drama, and then it goes to the 3rd movie. I did not know that. I just watched movie 1, 2, and 3. Yes, I watched it. It is a really, really old movie. But this one came out in 2005, and it is a horror, like I said. It's based on the other movies, but this is just part of it. And this one came out on October 14th to December 16th of 2015. The plot is Yumi Nakamura, who is played by Rei Kichikawa, is a science magazine writer. One day she has been curious of Tomaka Akino's death. Her friend Sakuma Seichi has received the death call and soon died, because like once you hear that the person dies, that's why it's called like one missed call. Basically. But Yumi now receives the death call and the curse. Like, basically, it's a curse when you answer the phone like that. But it's a good one. I recommend it. Oh my god, I can't go up. Okay, so the next 2 that we have left, I did 8, I think. But this one is on Netflix for you guys as well. So if you guys want to actually go and watch it after this, I definitely recommend it. I'm not a big fan of how this series is. Like, I love this one, but I'm not like a big fan of the whole entire franchise. I'm not a horror person, like I said, but this is Juwan Origins 2020 that came out this year, and it is from Netflix. I saw that it had an 85% on Rotten Tomatoes. Well, they ain't wrong. It came out on the 3rd of July, and there are 6 episodes. Like I said, it's based on the whole entire Juwan franchise. And as a person who doesn't watch horror, I'm just gonna say this: it was really scary. I'm just saying that. I don't watch horror, like I said, but it was really scary. So, that's from a person who does not watch horror. Definitely recommend it if I said that. But for some people, they might be a little bit less to their expectations. I know there was a lot of people who liked it. There was a lot of people who disliked it. So, I'm just saying this has come from me. But here's the plot for you guys. A paranormal researcher hunts for a cursed house where something terrible happens to a woman and her child. But as we go on through the whole entire series, each episode is based on something a little different, but is going back to the house where the woman and her child died. So basically, it goes from there, but with different timelines. So it's interesting just how it goes from different timelines to being related to the house. It's like, it's crazy. The horrors and scares of this were like, oh my god, don't get me started. And the last one we have is, I was unsure about this, to be honest. I got through like episode 2 at one point, and I was like, nah, I don't like how this is going. But I decided to watch till the end, and I finished it yesterday, so I'm putting this as my number 1 just because it was pretty well done, and it's also based on a manga, and I did see that there's also a movie, and I think another movie too. I did not know that, to be honest. So this one is the series that just came out this year, actually, and it is called Kyofu Shinbun, Kyofu Shinbun, and it's basically newspaper of terror. Scary, ain't it? But it is a horror one, so if you guys like horror, then go check this one out. It was okay for me. I finished it with a very shocking ending. I was like, what the heck went down? But like I said, there was also a movie that came out on the 21st of May in 2011, and it's also based on the same thing, same manga, and there's also another one that's based on the manga as well that came out in 2004, which is Premonition. Yoken is just what Premonition is. Premonition and Yoken is what the translation is, I guess. But here's the plot for you guys. Onda Shizuru, who's played by Shirai Sisei, is a university student in Kyoto. As soon as she starts living out her long-cherished desire, the strange horror newspaper begins to arrive. At first, she believes them to be a prank, but the stories in the newspapers begin to happen one by one, from murders to accidents, abuse, natural disasters, injustice. These newspapers predict all sorts of things, like it said, from disasters to mysterious deaths. It's crazy. This was like really crazy. I don't watch horror, like I said, but I watched this and I was like, oh my. Suruga Taro. I was very shocked by his whole entire acting, to be honest. Like, I've seen him act in a few things, and his character for this, he played it really well, to be honest. I was like, when we got halfway through the series, I was like, what the heck, bro? But it was really good. So these were my top 7 of thriller and horror. I mixed them together. A lot of the top ones are mainly horror, but those were the ones that I thought were actually decent and good to watch. Like I said, there's a lot of different genres, a lot of different movies that came out every single year. Like, I can't go back and watch everything within a perfect timeline. But this was just a few that I thought were actually pretty good and worth my time watching. And I literally rewatched a lot of these for you guys so I can like fit it in or see if it's actually worth it. I saw a few that I thought were good, but they weren't really in the thriller and horror. They were more of suspense. But if you guys want to see a suspense one, let me know down below. And if there's any other genres, if you guys want me to do a movie one as well, do let me know down below. But I thought I'd do something horror and thriller related for Halloween. So yeah, this is wonderful. So I hope you guys like this video. Leave down below what you want to see me say next of what my top were. Let's just say live action ones are going to be very interesting. And do I agree with a lot of what Rotten Tomatoes says? We'll see. We'll have to see. But I hope you guys like this video, and I'll see you guys next time.